right, yeah, do that. He never plays from the beginning right. I have to figure out how to do that.
We have a theme song.
Hello,
theme song. People.
It's just fun.
Oh, it's so exciting.
It's just a good way to let everybody kind of catch up and get their stuff going on. And hello, Jen.
Hello, Jen.
So I know notifications.
Hi, Angela.
Angela, she's on her lunch break. Whoop, whoop. I love that. There we go. Now I can see everybody. Because it's weird because it'll pop up here sometimes first, or it'll pop up down here on my YouTube first. And it's like, which one do I get first today? And then I feel lost. So we're glad people are coming in and joining us for our premiere glass sale on Mondays. We're going to be doing this once a week, flip-flopping channels between us. Hey, Margaret.
Hi, Margaret.
And we just want to bring you guys some different glass, some awesome glass, some stellar glass, just the gambit of glass, because it's Jen says it's a holiday for her. It's Claudia's jam. How many people is it a holiday for you? Like, how many people have a day off today?
My sister had today off, the one that lives above me. Yeah.
It's not a day everybody gets off.
Well, and my other sister had the day off too because she came in from out of town because she's a teacher. So
yeah.
That was my daughter FaceTiming me. I told you, every time I go live, she tries to call me.
She's got really weird timing. That's fine. That's fine.
She's like, Mom's attention isn't on me. I must call her immediately.
Yeah. Holiday for you too. This is one of those weird holidays that John has off too because they put it in the handbook, the employee handbook by mistake. So now they have to give it to them off. So it's just like, he's like, yay, I had last week off and I got an extra day and I didn't even plan that. That was awesome. So I know
my one sister's a teacher, so of course she had today off. But the other sister works in a factory, so generally you would think they'd be working, but nope, she had today off.
Yeah, it's not a day that everybody has off.
Yeah,
that's for sure. It's not.
I worked retail for years, so I worked every holiday.
Hey, Warren. Yeah, me too. I worked in retail for eons, and my least favorite day, of course, was that Friday after Thanksgiving. Hated Black Friday.
Hi, Warren.
Needed it. Nice. Oh, at a university? It's not one to take off? Oh. Huh. I would love to work at a university. I did work at a university for a little bit. I did. I worked in the cafeteria. I was not a lunch lady. I would take the little cards from the kids and make sure that they had their meal plans all square to make sure all the kids ate. And I was kind of like their mom. It was a very small college in Nyack, but it was cute. Hey, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
We're just letting people kind of filter in. Hey, Genevieve. Oh, that's nice. That's one of the benefits of working in the school systems is you kind of get that summer off. But at the same time, it's like, well, now I got the summer off. And I'm not making money. Oh, hey, Kathy. Claudia's got some cobalt glass, Kathy. Just saying.
Did she collect it?
Yeah, she was saying that the other day we were doing the green. Yesterday, she was like, oh, now I want to collect green, but I have cobalt blue. They go really good together. Just say it. So how is everyone's Monday going so far? We're halfway through the workday. I hope you all are doing
if you had work.
Yeah, if you had work, yes. This is true. I hope you all are doing well and getting through, public service fun times. Yes, it is fun times. Oh, no, I can't watch. Yeah. See, told you. Now you're going to have to show her first, Claudia. Now she's going to bring that piece first, Kathy, just for you. I
just have the one piece.
And I'm so glad you guys are all coming out and hanging out with us for our opening show here. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some chitty chats. Let us know what's going on in your worlds too. You know, it's a place to have and be safe. Some people, let's see, Kathy just got up and had breakfast. Blueberry pancakes.
Hi, Carrie Ann.
That's so sweet.
Thanks for being here. So that was fun, me going on Johnny's show this morning.
Yes.
It was a little nerve-wracking because it's a totally different group of people. Yeah. And usually not all of you are there. And then all of you chimed in. I'm like, oh, good, my friends are here.
Yep. I sit down and watch. Now, for those of you who don't know, Johnny is the Cajun Roots reseller here on YouTube. He does a fantastic job of promoting other resellers. And it isn't just us here in the vintage community. There are other people out there who believe reseller. Yeah. There's a chick that I bought some Rice Krispie treats from. She's called the Buddha Chick. And these Rice Krispie treats are supposed to be out of this world. So I bought them and I didn't eat them. John and Austin ate them and they said they were fabulous. They were really
there's
tasty.
A lady that comes on there that sells bread.
Yeah.
She was on there last Friday, I think.
Yeah. So it's a great place to go. It helps you pick up subs. It helps you get exposure. It helps you talk about your channel to maybe people who don't even know that you exist because they're on the other side of things. So I would recommend anybody who is a reseller out there going and subbing to his channel. He has the 5-minute rule, like I do here on this channel, where you have to be here for, 5 minutes. You have to be a sub for 5 minutes before you can start chit chatting. So if you're in the reselling, you're looking for subs, go over and hit him up, or just go and maybe you'll find some new people that you might be like, oh my goodness, I had no idea that this existed out there, and these people sell this stuff.
Yeah, but
he puts
every morning he does a show, starts at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then he puts up a link where you can actually hop on and promote your channel. It's free advertisement, and he's fun and engaging, and so I did it this morning.
That was so awesome. And I know Jen's done it, and I know Helen's done it.
Yeah, Helen's I haven't done it about him.
But I just sit there and I have my morning coffee and sit there and watch him while I'm having my coffee in the morning. So it is a really neat place to go with lots of different sellers on there, lots of different points of views. And we found a new camera that I'm going to have to look into, a new little camera system from the man that Claudia was on with today.
Hi, Laura.
Yeah, totally go check it out, Angela. He's really a really great guy. And he gives really good tips too. Like, I don't know if you know you could do this on YouTube, or this is like,
this is how you fix this, or this is why this is happening. Yeah.
Yeah. And he does all sorts of experiments. He did this, the latest experiment was watching somebody's video and putting it on mute. Will they still get the watch hours? Well, apparently you don't get the watch hours if somebody puts you on mute. They mute you on YouTube.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, it was this thing that he did that he was, and it's neat that he does these little experiments and then lets us know that, nope, this isn't a YouTube myth, this is reality, or nope, this is a YouTube myth, So it's cool to watch that stuff. So
he knows far more about the algorithm than I'll probably ever learn.
He does. And it's because of him that I have the 5-minute rule, because the bots, like everyone's like, well, the bots, they're harmless, they're harmless, they're harmless.
No, his original channel got taken away from him. He's done appeal after appeal, and it looks like he won't ever get it back.
Yep. So that happens. So that's the big reason why we do this, is so that we don't have those bots, we don't have those trolls, we don't have those problems. So we appreciate y'all putting up with that, but it just makes things a little bit safer.
It protects the channel.
Yeah.
You have to protect the channel.
Yeah, because I mean, I can get hit with it. I've heard things that these bots, if you click on them, they can wipe out your stuff. Lord only knows what
steal your info, and yeah.
So it's just a safer way. This way we know everybody who's in here is friends. They're all friends,
and not a program meant to do something destructive or nasty.
Exactly. With weird names. And it distracts when you're sitting here and we're trying to read the chat. You guys are trying to enjoy the chat. Everyone's more focused on, oh my goodness, there's a bot. Let me get the bot. This way you don't have to worry about that. So, it's very, very, very simple. And it's another thing too, that when you're in that same box to put this up for the 5-minute thing, most people don't realize you have to enable your chat to replay after a live. If you don't enable it every time, and I'm not even sure that I did it with this one, so I'm saying that now I should actually go and look. I might not have done it with this one.
I've never enabled it.
Yeah, so people, you can't read on the replay, you can't see the chat unless you go in and physically enable the chat to
Really?
replay
Mine
on the
shows
replay.
up because I've gone back
Does
and
it?
watched the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you have it
Never.
already set up. I might not have done the 5-minute thing. Oh no, maybe I did. I don't know. I hope I did.
Now there was so much I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to go back and look and.
Yep.
It's a miracle I set up a YouTube at all. Let's just say that.
Same thing.
You got to keep in mind, I am the mom who the kids would not even let me touch the remote. If I wanted to watch something, they came in and turned it on for me, so I didn't mess things up.
Yep. Yep. I know what you mean. I have my son all the time. He'll grab my phone. No, you set it up in YouTube. You actually, once you set up your live play, you go into your YouTube on your like dashboard. And it'll say on the left, there's these buttons you can push, or these drop-down menus, and one of them is customization. And that helps you set up your homepage so you can see your videos and like live streams and maybe channels you follow. But there's also a thing in there where you can go in and do with the live streams. You can click on them. I'm gonna have to take pictures.
I've never done any of that.
All right, I'm gonna have to set it up and have like the computer on and just have it like over my camera over my shoulder, because once you guys realize how easy it is, you're gonna be like, really?
I
Was that
just
easy?
learned last week how to put a thumbnail on my video, so there you go. Hi, Mallory. Welcome. Hi, Leanne.
Hey guys, so I'll have to do that. And maybe that'll be some of my content on how to do how to actually do that, because it literally takes like 5 minutes.
YouTube for dummies. That's me.
Yeah, I know. I swear it's really easy. Maybe it's something I'll do after this. I'll just sit down and go click, 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 click. There you go, guys. Do it. It's so easy. Because some people learn by watching, some people learn by doing. I can watch and then learn how to do, but I like to know how to physically do things myself. Because if I get myself in trouble, how do I get myself out of trouble? Kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, if I do it, it sticks in my brain. If I read something and then I'm like, oh, how is that? What? No, I got to do it. I got to do it, learn it.
Yeah. And visuals help. Visuals help. They do. So, well, we've got 20 some odd people here in the chat. You want to get going? You want to go first?
Sure, I can go first.
Oh, I will. That I actually figured out, Kathy. I finally did figure that out, and I will do that too. How to put a video on a collab playlist.
Except sometimes it's the person who set up the collab who screwed it up.
Yes.
Because even when you do it right, sometimes they did something wrong.
Yeah.
So, just saying, that may have happened to me.
This is very true. Very, very true. Yeah, if they want to wait, if the trolls want to wait and they're going to get in, Margaret, they're going to get in. They're going to, if they're going to be like
that. That's why you have mods.
Yeah, they're going to totally get in. You're right. You're right about that. All right. So let's gonna move Miss Claudia over.
Hello. If you are not familiar with me, I am Claudia Caye Vintage. I am on YouTube and I am on Instagram. On YouTube, I recently broke 300 subscribers, so now I am aiming for 500, and I am 49 followers away from 1,000 on Instagram. Super excited about that.
Awesome.
Might do a giveaway when I reach 1,000. I just might. So today, if you win an item, please email me your info. It's Claudia Caye, CAYE Vintage @gmail.com. I will need your YouTube name, your real name if it's different from your YouTube name, your shipping address, and your PayPal email. I will be invoicing tonight. If you pay today when you get your invoice, then it will go out in the mail tomorrow morning. Because first thing tomorrow morning, I will be heading to the post office to mail everything from last week. And it would be nice to be completely caught up before I go into my sale Wednesday with Misty, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter. That's my first super big sale. So that's a little nerve-wracking to know there's going to be several hundred people in the chat. But I have great stuff, so I think it'll be okay.
You'll do fine. You're going to knock it out of the park. And guys, if you're not following Claudia, I put her IG link in there too. So be sure you click on her. Let's get her over 1,000.
My first item is this Depression Glass American Sweetheart pattern. And
That's
look,
cool.
I've just been holding it up to the light and looking through it. The plate is in perfect condition. This is one of the little dessert plates. I do, if you would like, I do have a cup, but the cup has chippy chips. So I would not recommend drinking out of it because it's pretty rough. There's all along in here, like a 2-inch spot here where there's chippy chips. But you can see through the cups. Not quite as well as the plate, but still really pretty. If white is your jam, you could absolutely put a little plant in here, and that would be super pretty. But I'll put it if you like it. But it's the plate that is just stunning. And this brand was Monax. Monax.
Yeah, it's the coloring of the plate. Yeah.
And it was by Macbeth Evans. Let me tell you how big it is. Just a little one, but it's not a saucer. Because the saucers, have you seen the saucers? The saucers had the clear spot in the middle too.
Yeah.
So pretty.
It's more like a bread and butter plate.
Yeah, just a little one. Almost 6.5 inches across. Not quite 6.5 inches. So for this super pretty American Sweetheart plate, $9, number 11.
That is gorgeous.
Number 11.
And those are old. It's depression glass. This is from the 30s. This stuff is, and Macbeth Evans is not one that you find all the time either.
No, this was my first.
Yeah, you don't find them a lot.
My next one I brought because Easter is coming, and I thought you might want this clear trinket box egg for your Easter. I would totally put Hershey Kisses or even the little Hershey eggs in here in those pastel colored wrappings that they have this time of year. Super pretty. So the lid is pretty good, but where it got clunked back down, there's a flea bite somewhere. Maybe it's the lid that has the lid has the flea bite. The bottom's good, but just some flea bites. I don't have an age on it, but it has a really beautiful pattern. I did pick it up in an antique store, but that doesn't always mean it's an antique. A lot of antique stores, to stay in business, are letting people bring more modern things in. It feels a little bit older. You know, you get to know the feeling of glass after a while. So this is going to be $6, number 19. $6, number 19. And I just think the pattern is so pretty because it's top and bottom. All bits of it are patterned.
I want to put Cadbury eggs in it now.
Ooh, my daughter held up a package of the miniature Cadbury. She's like, look, Mom, I picked these up for you, but I don't know when I'll see you.
Hey, Chris.
I was like, don't tease me like that. Hi, Krista. Oh,
I love the Cadbury eggs. My dog, years ago, she ate all of my Easter candy in a basket I left. It was my fault. I left it on my coffee table, but she didn't eat the wrapped Cadbury eggs. She gently picked them up and put them aside. But let me just tell you, for weeks, we had pastel colored poo. Luckily, it all worked.
My dog, when I was a kid, my dad for Valentine's Day had given my mom this huge, completely wrapped fudge heart.
Oh.
It was in a package with plastic sealed around it. She left it on the bed. We went to church. The dog ripped it open, ate the majority of it, didn't even get sick. She was fine.
Yep, but my dog was fine. It was just she had weird colored poops for a while as all that went through her system, you know.
My dog also used to eat crayons, so she had weird colored poop a lot.
My dog now thinks snacks are hair. She runs around and gets all the little tufts of hair that fly around when you have animals.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, she thinks they're snacks. And pine needles. She learned that we're surrounded by pine trees, that she can go out now and pick all the, when we have the Christmas tree up, she was actually nibbling on the ends of she likes pine needles. I don't know.
Oh, no.
They're constantly yelling at her, stop with the pine needles. I lost my, oh, you know why? Because he took it. Okay. So we're going to start. Here's mine. Hey, Chris. Hey, Laura. And hello, Krista. So my piece up. Now, there's no maker on this, but I have a pretty good sneaky suspicion this is Anchor Hocking. So it's a piece of milk glass. It is a vase. It has a different pattern on it than I've seen before. And the reason why I'm pretty sure this is Anchor Hocking is one, Anchor Hocking was exceptionally prolific at this kind of stuff. And you start to get to recognize the numbers that they end up with sometimes on the base of their stuff. I love this stuff. I'm sure this was part of a floral arrangement at some point in time that got delivered. And I have to be honest, even to this day, when I order a floral arrangement, I see what it's in. I'm going, oh, I like that glass.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep
that. I do the same thing.
We all have those clear ones. We all have those, but to have a neat piece of glass is really, really nice. So, oh, did I miss Dee? Hey, how are you doing, virtual shopper Dee Dee? So there are no chips or cracks on this at all. It is in really, really clean, fantastic shape. This one does not really have the ring of fire. There might be just a little bit going around the top of the scalloped edge up here. But I just thought with Easter coming and all these other holidays we have where we're going to want flowers, this is a really good little vase to have. And it's not plain like a lot of the other ones.
Yeah, I love that pattern. It's different.
Yeah, it's a different pattern. That's why I kind of liked it when I picked it up. So if you're interested in my milk glass vase, and it's about this tall because John was packing up his stuff today, so he has my tea pitcher in the other room. It's about this tall. It's about 6-7 inches tall. Yeah, probably about 7 inches. This piece will be $10, number 73. $10, number 73 for the Anchor Hocking milk glass vase. And then next, just because we're doing this with Claudia, I found a swan. I found a glass swan. And you have me looking every time I go out now, that's all I find are swans. Swans and milk glass. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Claudia. That's all I find now. Is this little hand-blown swan with the bullicante. It's like it's getting up to fly away. It has
That was
I thought
exquisite.
It's so cute, right? I thought at first it was going to be able to put a lipstick here. And I suppose you could, but hey, Becky, but it's got the little ridges on the here. And this isn't as flat as I would like it to be. But the controlled bubbles, the bullicante inside is really nice, purposely done. Hey, Cha-Cha, not, scattery. It does have a very, very nice polished bottom to it. And it has a really lovely neck. It does. It's just a really pretty little tiny piece. It's not really big at all. It would be a great little paperweight or sitting in your window to get the little refract and reflect light. So if you're interested in my little glass swan, he'll be $9, number 92. $9, number 92 for the little flyaway swan. And hello, Becky. And I'm going to bring Miss Claudia back over. There we go.
Hi, Becky. And thanks, everybody, for joining us. And I just subscribed to, let me go back and see, Dee Dee. She was new to me, so I just subscribed to her. And I'm already subscribed to Leanne and Junking Data Girl and pretty much everybody else on here.
And you're all mods, so you can go and click on the buttons. That's why I make everybody a mod once I know you. You can click on the button and automatically sub to any of these people. It makes it really easy.
All right.
Whoa.
It's an Amberina boot. It does not have Fenton printed on the bottom. Becky would know if it's Fenton. It looks Fenton, but it's a Victorian boot. So it's got the button detail going down the side. Yeah, it goes all the way down to here. So all the way up. And got this little tassel detail right here. No chips, no cracks. It is in really good shape. It is almost 4 1/4 inches tall. It's just under the 1/4 inch line there. Super pretty. Amberina. Sometimes when I find these, the little corners are chipped. Probably because somebody's grandkids came over and played with the shoe, but this one is in good shape. There's no chipping there. There is one tiny little rough spot right here where my fingernail is. That's the only flaw that I can find on the whole thing. And this pattern is only on this side. So this is a left shoe, not a right. This shoe, $15, number 3. $15, number 3. Secret kitchen compartments.
I know,
are you
right?
reading, Angeles?
I love it when you move into a new place and they leave. You have Chris for 3, and they leave stuff for you, and you're like, ooh, because it always happens. You move into a new house and you get like gifted stuff. Now, sometimes it's crap you don't want, but sometimes it's awesome stuff.
We have one of our antique stores locally has a creepy basement that my niece does not ever want to go down into with me. I think there's always cool stuff in the basements, but she hates that one. She says it's haunted.
I don't blame her.
My next item is a Moon and Stars compote. Here's the bottom. The stars on the inside. I don't believe this one had any chips or cracks. Nope, no rough spots at all. No chips, no cracks. It is a little tiny bit more than 5.5 inches tall. So it's this size. It's that really pretty emeraldy green. It's not a avocado green. It's an emeraldy green. And this one, $10, number 15. $10, number 15.
That is so pretty. I love that color so much.
And I love this ruffle on the top. A lot of nice detail on that one. Oh, and that is my 2.
I just remember my grandparents having this stuff all over their house when I was a kid. I really, really do. Brings back nice memories. Okay. So next up I have, now I'm going to tell you now, it kind of glows, but it really kind of doesn't glow. I picked it up thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to glow. Because you can see here on the base that it was going to, it looks like there is the faintest, and it's so hard to see. So there's not really a glowy powder to this. So I'm going to start off by saying that. But with that being said, it has a really pretty diamond etched pattern all along the outside. Once again, another really interesting vase to put flowers in because I like to bring my garden from the outside to the inside. Oop, there's a big fuzzy on there. Now it's a thinner piece of glass and you can feel the etching on it, which is nice. I just wish it glowed, but it looks like it should. And it does like maybe a tiny, tiny titch, but not really. The only issue with this glass, and it's just probably some elbow grease, is there's a little bit of black on here. I'm not the world's greatest at cleaning this stuff. I am terrified of dropping it or washing something off or what have you. So it's a nice size vase. It's about 8 inches, 9 inches tall. And I just thought it was very different. And I thought this would look really pretty too for Easter with those little eggs and then little pieces coming up. Maybe some tulips. I'm actually looking forward to spring. I'm going to get a tiny taste of it. Tiny, tiny taste of it this week. And then we go back into weather. So if you're interested in this lovely little piece of glass, this will be $10, number 68. $10, number 68 for this piece. And Mallory, you really haven't missed much. We just kind of started getting rolling. We're only doing like 10 things each. So we're making this kind of a, shrunken down lunch size as we can. All right. And then next up, I have this relish dish. Now, this is an interesting piece of glass because this is Heisey, and this is not a glass we hear about all that often. Heisey went out of business in 1957, 1958, depends on where you read. But according to their, I'm trying to get the mark to show up, their museum, it was 1957. So you can just kind of see right in here, there's a diamond. So Heisey is marked with a diamond and an H in the middle of it. And Heisey was in operation from 1896. Yeah, 1896 to 1957. And it is literally the only good thing in Newark. They have a museum there. It's probably the only thing worth seeing in Newark, New Jersey. Just saying. And this is, oh, does she? And this is called the Lariat. Now, I've had a couple pieces. This is my second or third piece of Heisey glass. So this is a glass company I did not know that much about, but I'm really excited to find this stuff now because I guess it's a little more locally made, and maybe that's why it's a little easier for me to come across it. So it is a divided dish, relish dish, candies, snacks. And back in the day, my aunt would have had those candy covered almonds, those Jordan almonds on one side, and probably some on the other side that you love to eat, but then they get stuck in your throat and you start choking. Those. So they always make me choke. They always just get stuck funny. So this is about 6 inches across. It does need a really good bath. I'm not going to lie. My fingerprints are all over it, but there are no chips or cracks, but this was used because there are some little, silverware or markings in there. Hey, Kelly. So if you're interested in the Lariat Heisey glass, this will be $8, number 86. $8, number 86 for the Heisey glass. And I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but it's Heisey. Just seems like it would sound like saying
That's how
Heisey.
I say it in my head.
Yeah, just kind of what I feel. So now Claudia's cat's going to sell with her. The cat is not for sale, people. Not right now, anyways.
Neither of them are feeling very well. I'm not sure. They killed a mouse last week, and they've had upset stomachs. They didn't eat it. They just killed it, but they've had upset stomachs ever since. So he's been super lovey and needy, and both of them have.
Aww.
But I got work to do. Yeah. People want to see the pretty glass that you're so careful not to break.
Okay, Becky says it's how she says it too. That's good, because all I can think of is Heisey fruit punch every time I say it. Now I want to go get some Heisey.
Okay.
Well, I'm lucky. Lucy's sleeping.
All right. My next item has my fingerprints on it.
Oh my goodness.
I believe it's Viking. It doesn't have a sticker. You know what's funny is I always buy this glass, dunk it in water, give it a good wash, hot water. It gets wiped immediately, so there's no fingerprints and no streaks on it. But now I know how much people like to have the sticker on it. So when I come across things with the sticker, then I'm like, well, now how do I wash this and make it look beautiful?
Yeah.
So I've been struggling now that I've been looking for things that still have the sticker. But this did not have a sticker when I got it. Besides a big price sticker that I had to peel off. Super, super pretty. If it's not Viking, it's Viking inspired. It's 9 inches at its longest point, 5.5 across. It doesn't sit very high, but it's got the beautiful wave shape. It's this big. Amberina. Or if it's Viking, it would be persimmon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's not Viking. That's what I want to say. It totally has Viking vibes. Yeah.
But, I hate to say, unless it's actually got a sticker on it or a mark on the bottom, but it looks Viking to me. It is $12, number 7, for this gorgeous Amberina wavy dish.
Yeah,
it's
epic
so
wave.
Pretty.
Yeah.
And the color is so good.
I agree with Becky. Should be Viking Persimmon Epic Wave. Yeah. It reminds me of a hurricane. Whenever I see it, either a hurricane or an eye. One or the other. I just can't make up my mind.
Next, I have this darling. Still has the sticker, so it has dust inside. Imperial vase. Look at this bead detail going up. This is just a little bud vase, so it is only 5 inches tall. The glass is very delicate. Here's your sticker. And I love the shape on the bottom. And of course, the color is beautiful.
I love this piece.
Yeah, this piece feels older. And if you collect glass or handle glass a lot, you get to know that feeling. This this piece just feels older. It was not made yesterday.
No.
So super pretty, a little dusty. And it's still got some sticker residue on it because I didn't want to mess with it too much since it has its original Imperial glass sticker right there.
And you have to love how even then they did it. They just slapped it on the side. Like, forget about putting it on the bottom. We're just going to slap the sticker on the side for you.
Yeah. $10, number 5, which is, then it means it's a miracle the sticker's still on there.
Yeah.
Because any good housewife who used this vase is going to wash it afterwards. And then the sticker is gone.
Yep.
$10,
I do.
number 5.
Something is going to be after you. Oh, all right. So you've got Genevieve for that one.
Is that Genevieve? Because I was calling her Geneva. Poor girl.
Geneva. Sorry, no, it is Geneva. I said it wrong. You got it right. I said it wrong.
Because I thought I had it wrong. She's like, people don't even know my name.
I know.
I'm not going to work with you people anymore.
She's the G girl. I'm going to keep doing it, Jen. Claudia's just got some beautiful pieces of glass today. What can I say?
That was my 2.
Oh, God. All right. Now, this is going to be funny because I told Claudia I had it. And she brought it to our St. Patrick's Day yesterday. I just found it, too. And it's funny because I find a lot of E.O. Brody glass, too, around here. I mean, Ohio's not that far away.
Yeah.
Far enough. But I do find a lot of E.O. Brody glass. And this is just another really pretty emerald green piece of E.O. Brody glass. And it's that time of the year where I like to bring this stuff out because it just reminds me of spring and summer and candies. But this would be great for a big pillar candle. The opening here on the bottom is perfect for that. And then you surround it with some petals or stones, crystals, sand, whatever. I like a good candlescape. It is a really good dish for that. And then this carries all the way through the years because as much as I think of St. Patrick's Day with this, it carries me through to Christmas and spring and summer and all that fun stuff. So there's no chips or cracks on this guy, but it has lived its life. I'm not going to say it hasn't lived its life. It's definitely lived its life. And it was very well used and very well loved, as most good stuff is. So if you're interested in the E.O. Brody green glass, it'll be $8, number 63. $8, number 63 for the pretty piece of green glass. It's also a really good base if you're going to do a big Christmas assemblage. I could just see a big tree, one of those smaller trees in here.
I have 2 of those. One has jewelry in it in my bedroom. One I had for sale.
Yep. And I use a lot of this stuff.
Because it's a nice shallow bowl.
Yeah. For stuff that you just like, you're like, I need a little place to put like my chapstick or my rings because I'm like you, I'll end up by taking my rings off everywhere. And I have little glass dishes scattered throughout the house where my stuff goes. Kind of the way I function. Hey, Chicago lady. And hello, everyone who's wandered in. If we didn't get a chance to say hello to you. Hello. So next up, I have a pair. This is a little set. This is newer. These are party lights. It's glass. It is a really pretty periwinkle. Very spring, very Easter, very the time of year we're all looking forward to, so that later on we can complain about how hot it is and that we can't wait for the fall and when things cool down. There were no chips or cracks on either of these pieces. They are just a really, really pretty, like I said, periwinkle kind of blue. They also, if you flip them over and you have a small thing that you want to show off, they have a really great flat bottom. So they make a really good smaller riser for some of your taller pieces or smaller pieces that you want to boost up just a little bit. So you could totally use it as like that too. So really cute
the idea of using that as a riser.
Yeah, they work. I don't know if I have anything. Oh, like here, like the little swan. He fits absolutely perfectly right on top.
I love that.
So they work really good for that. I like the multifunction. I like that people think outside the box of different ways to use things. Or you just use them as little tea light holders somewhere. Use the stuff. Both Claudia and I encourage everybody to use their stuff. And if it breaks, at least it lived.
Yes.
That's the way we look at it.
Used for the purpose that it was meant for.
That's right.
And you loved it while it was unbroken.
Yes, exactly. This will be $5, number 76. You even got me looking at solo coffee cups now. I'm going to be honest, where I'm just like, well, why not? Why not pick up those? All right, those are my two. Slide you back over there.
He's determined. I'm not going to selfish.
Yeah,
He's
nope.
like, just look at how beautiful
Pay
I
attention to
am.
me, mommy. Pay attention to me. I know Lucy gave up. She laid back down. Thank goodness.
Oh, he's funny. He'll go for days without wanting any attention at all. And then when he decides that he wants attention, I am supposed to drop everything and pay attention to him. Okay. I have this Amberina diamond point ruffled dish. This does not have any chips, any cracks. It's interesting because this is amber. This is not the yellow that you usually see on Amberina pieces. So you've got more of a dark orange shading up in here. So it's less red, but deeper orange than like the Viking piece. I don't know who made it. What are you in? Now he's climbing into boxes. So got super nice detail on all of it, of course. Got this here, and then all this gorgeous diamond point. It is beautiful. I picked this one up in an antique store last year because I was collecting Amberina before I decided I wanted to rainbow things, and then just picked one piece of what I wanted.
Yeah.
So this came out of my personal collection. And it was hard for me to give up, but I decided I wanted to do the lidded candy dishes in a rainbow instead of compote. So they look beautiful, and this is hard to give up, but I made it for sale today just for you guys. $12, number 17. And let me tell you how tall it is.
Oh, he's still talking back to you.
Yes, now he's under the desk. So almost 6 1/4 inches tall at its highest point on the swoopy swoop of the ruffle here. So it's $12, number 17. Yesterday, while I was on the sale, he dumped over that box I had just gotten from Daniel, and I had some earrings in there, and he took off with one of them. So I'm crawling around on the floor with my flashlight. I found it, but I was like, why? Why are you doing that?
And Book, we're very glad to hear that you're home. That's awesome.
Oh, yay, Book. All right. My next item was made in Italy, but for Enesco. And it's interesting because there was an Italian company that sold these, but they had a different stopper. This has its sticker. It does say Italy, made for Enesco. And it says Enesco Products Incorporated, Chicago, Illinois, and it's got the zip code. So when I did my research, it said probably 1970s. This is not the avocado green. This is the emerald green. And somebody said, stick a tea light in there, which I thought was a fun idea.
Yeah.
So no chips, no cracks, because it has a sticker. I did not give it a good bath. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. Oh my goodness. Wow.
And Claudia's co-host today.
I'm so sorry.
No.
So it's got all of these fun details. So if you collect green glass, or you collect trains, or if you collect decanters that are fun shapes, there's many different audiences this would appeal to. Let me tell you how tall it is.
I think it'd be awesome for Christmas too. Like, just think of like Christmas and trains, that color.
And he just knocked my numbers onto the floor with this tail. So it's just under 7.5 inches at its tallest point. And it is going to be $15, number 1. $15, number 1. Oh, now he's kissing me.
Oh my goodness. I love how he's just sitting on you like a baby. Like, yep, I just needed a cuddle, Mom. That's all. I just needed a cuddle.
He is such a baby and a brat.
But he's getting his screen time. It's your 15 minutes of fame, baby.
That's my two. Oh my goodness.
He's adorable. I
He's
love it.
bad.
That's okay. Now, I have a little tiny, tiny piece of glass here. This is a pressed glass. It's probably close to a sandwich glass. I'm looking for the mold. There it is right there. I can see the seam. Now, I was trying to find the seam. I can see the seam right there. There's no mark or sticker on this. And this would be very similar to like a little salt cellar, but I think it'd be really cute to put a little.
I was going to say, is that a salt cellar?
Yeah, it's like a little salt. That's the only thing I could think you would do with this. It is really like here. It is really, really tiny. So I would imagine it'd be a little seasoning thing. And I love the idea of having these. Oops, I almost dropped it. Just wouldn't be me if I didn't drop something next to your stove, especially with some really fun seasonings in it when you're making your little cooking stuff, or just a really great little tiny piece of clear glass. Bring back that clear glass. I use my clear glass all over my house to store things. I know that sounds silly, but that's what I do with them.
Yeah, I do too, especially makeup.
Yeah, yes. I have like my makeup brushes and stuff like this. My pens and pencils are almost in the exact same pattern. I have a crystal jar where my pens and pencils go. That one has a sawtooth, a little different. Oh, that's so sweet, Brenda. I love when they do that. Mine, when she was little, did that, but she's too big to do that now. She still thinks she's tiny. She's not. She's 75 pounds. She's too big for that. So if you're interested, this will be $5, number 80. $5, number 80 for the little tiny salt cellar. Also make a great assemblage base if you're all into that. So that's my first one. Next, I have another glass bird. This one is a bird. I'm going to call it a partridge or maybe a dove. It has this really pretty tail that swoops all the way up and its face turns and comes to face you. But my favorite bit, and I'm really going to try to get this to show, is the middle. The pieces that are in the middle. They're all these really beautiful peacocky colors. We've got the coppery color, the green, and the blue. We've got a couple of bubbles in there, but they're not as nice as the one that were on the swan. They're not as uniform. There we go. Not as uniform. But the colors in the center of this are really pretty. Very, very highly polished bottom. And it's a different thing. If you have bird collections, you have the little bluebirds of happiness or the red cardinals of love. This is a different kind or style of bird that would fit quite nicely into that little collection. So if you're interested in this little guy, he'll be $15, number 99. $15, number 99 for the little peacock colored glass vase guy. And those are my two. And Claudia's going to come back on with her little partner in crime there. There was something I heard about cats that they don't meow to each other. It's something they develop to communicate with us. So when they do it, they are talking to you, which I think is cool.
Yep.
Aww.
Except sometimes these two do talk to each other. I think because they're brother and sister. And mama cats will talk to their kittens. But then once cats are adults, usually they drop that and they only talk to humans, not each other. Buddy, can I sell something else? Can I? He's like, nope.
We have to teach you how to sell now.
Here is my next item.
I did again. Oh.
This is the dolphin. But most people call it a fish.
Yeah.
Officially, it was the dolphin, but it definitely looks like a koi fish. And so it commonly gets mislabeled as a koi fish. Like, stop kissing me. I'm busy. Quit. Here's the bottom. It's got all of this gorgeous detail. The only thing is there's one tiny chip on the corner of the very top. Just one tiny chip. Just a rough spot when you run your finger over it. It is 8¼ inches tall. And it is a nice, hefty. If you were in the Clue game and you killed someone with the candlestick, this could be the candlestick.
That would be the one.
It's a nice, hefty piece of glass. And I've had this one for a while. I've been on the hunt for a second one to sell a set because there was a set that just sold on eBay for $120 last month. But I never came across the second one, and I really am trying to limit myself. So I am selling off a lot of what I've been collecting. So this
I've seen them in clear, and I've seen them smaller, but it's hard to find the cobalt.
Yeah. And blue is, people are collecting the blue again.
Mm-hmm.
So that one is $20, number 9. Can I put you down? Can you go down? Okay. Now I'm covered in cat hair.
You got Angela for that one. Nice.
Let me write that down. Put that back there with Angela's other piece. All right. And the last one, I brought this one back because I just love this one so much. This is Westmoreland, and this is hand painted. So no chips, no cracks. It is in perfect condition. It's got the grape pattern, which I know some people hate. I like the grape pattern. I'm not sure why it gets so much hate. And then it's got this beautiful painted grapes in the middle. I took a picture of it with a piece of green glass and a piece of blue glass, and I posted it on Instagram because it really picked those colors up well. So if that is something that you have in your decor, it will go along with that really well. When I got this, it just had a bit of dust here, so I think it hung on somebody's wall for a very long time because there's nothing wrong with it. It's been well protected. It does have the Westmoreland glass on the back, which you're not going to be able to see, but it's got the W inside the G or over the G on the back. And this one, he knocked my little card on the floor, but this one is just $7, number 13. $7, number 13 for the Westmoreland Milk Glass hand painted plate. This one's a good size too.
Hey, Kitch.
So 8¼ inches. And I love that people are mixing the plates in with their art, which I've done out in my dining room. So if you've got a gallery wall, pop a couple plates into it. I also love that people are taking the plates and they're making a swoop on the wall. Have you seen that?
No, that one I haven't seen.
So it's not like your grandma's plates just hanging up on a wall. They're doing a swoop where they've got a nice amount of space. So pretty.
Oh, nice.
Carrie Ann.
And it is nice to mix them, especially some of these older pieces that do have the hand painting on them. If you have the right setup, you're like, I need one more little thing right there on my gallery wall, and just to pop them up. I love that. I'm gonna have to look at the smoothies though. Ooh.
Yeah. Hello, Auntie Christy, and hi, Kitch. And Carrie, if I don't have your info, just make sure that you email me, because if you guys missed the beginning, I will be invoicing today so that I can make a post office run tomorrow morning. Since they're closed today, I've got a lot of stuff to go out tomorrow morning because I want to get everything cleared before my sale on Wednesday with Misty.
Yeah, I love the hand painted glass too. It's some of my favorite.
And that was my last one.
Okay. All right. You're right. Now I have my two last pieces are probably my two favorite pieces. I just picked this up. It is a really gorgeous butter dish. It has Depression era coloring and vibes to it, but I actually think it's a little newer than that. I actually think it's probably from the 40s or the 50s as opposed to like the 30s is what I'm thinking. Maybe even a little bit newer. I'm not 100% certain because when you go to look these up, you get all sorts of weird ones. And I only have so many glass books right now that I've found. But here is the base. This is definitely a thicker piece of glass, which is why I'm pretty sure it's much newer because most Depression glass isn't quite this thick. But the pattern is really pretty. It's got lovely little, almost like tulips. I'm going to call them tulips. And little berries on it with the leaves. And the butter dish part fits.
I love the top.
The top is my favorite. Let me put the bottom down. One piece at a time.
And if you guys are wondering what on earth would I ever do with a round butter dish, my mom makes cheese balls for every holiday. And they go into these perfectly. So she had me keeping an eye out for clear glass because my mom is the queen of clear glass. And I found one for her.
Yeah. I have a clear glass one and I found this one and I have a yellow one that actually is Depression glass, but I don't have the matching base. And then I have a green base, but not a top. So I always am on the hunt for these because I think they're fun. But they make great little snack hors d'oeuvre places, you know, if you don't want something getting into it, or they just sit and they just look really pretty. but the handle is definitely my favorite part. It's a big leaf that is folded over, and it
I
almost looks like
love
there should
that.
be an opening, but there's not. So it's really easy to pick up and hold on to. And the patterns on the top, it's very spring. I mean, it's just super, super springy. So I'm kind of in love with it. Thought it was a really great piece. It is a little bit more of a heftier piece. Like I said, when you get the real depression glass stuff, it is much lighter. And you know what? What's wrong with putting some different butters in here? Why not? And set your table up with you right next to your bread and put some really nice, what were we talking about the other day? The Irish butter. Trying to use the Irish butter.
Yeah, Kerrygold Irish butter. It's
Yeah,
really good.
It is really good. Or just use it and put a little fake tea light or some fairy lights in there. It'd look really pretty too. But it's just a really pretty piece. And so if you're interested in the butter dish, it will be $12, number 90. $12, number 90 for the pink butter dish. That's the first of the
now
last.
I want to go put lights in that pink one I just bought from Martha.
Yes. Yeah, and I love the way that, hey, Wendy, I love the way that that looks when you put the fairy lights, especially when it has like that pattern on it, because it's going to come out the clear bits. Oh, I got you, Carrie Ann. Thank you. And then the frosted, so you're going to have this neat light play going on, which is a lot of fun.
Hello, everyone that just came in. I see you.
Hey, Fish Chick. How you doing, Colleen? I got to make you and Auntie Christy a mod here. Hold on. Let me make you guys mods. Oops, I missed you. Oh, stop. Usually you want people to chat. Now I'm like, no, stop. You're bumping everything up on me. I can't catch up with you on my board. And look at Claudia had a piece of Macbeth Evans Monix. I have a piece of Macbeth Evans Monix. This is the petalware. You had the American Sweetheart, or was it American Princess? Yeah.
American Sweetheart. Yeah.
This is the petalware, and they call it that because
it's so good.
Little petal pieces here. Now, this is the luncheon plate. This is 7.5 inches, I think, and it is hand painted. And neither one of us are able to convey to you the way that Macbeth Evans Monix depression glass looks when you hold it. It's like hypnotizing. It really, really is. It's milk glass without being milk glass. It's opalescent without being opalescent. And just the insane, I don't even know if I did it this way. No, not really. The insane ring of fire that happens. You can see through it, and it's just beautiful. Hey, Green Bee Explorer. Welcome, welcome. So it's really nice to hang up. You can see my fingers through it in the back there. That's how translucent this glass really, really is.
So pretty.
And it's definitely one of my favorite pieces of glass I've picked up. These are not easy to find, these ones, because I just think they just broke. I don't know. Or maybe they weren't as popular. They weren't made for as long. These were made definitely, and I'm trying to remember my dates, but they were definitely the early 30s and weren't made for as long as some of the other depression glass companies were in business. So with that little history lesson being said, really, really pretty. I know I love the fire in these two, but really pretty to hang up on a gallery wall. And another piece that'll last you through the seasons because of the red and the green, and then you have the white. It'll look great at Christmas time. It'll look great in the summertime. Just really pretty. So if you're interested in the plate, it will be $12, number 83. $12, number 83. And that's my last piece. I'm gonna bring this. Do you want to do a recap, or are we good? We're gonna.
Well, we had a lot of people come in.
We can do that. Yeah.
We should do a speed round.
They don't glow. Yeah, here, I'm going to pull you over. They don't glow, Colleen. What it is, when you hold them up to the light, you get this pinkish, orangey, like sunset or sunrise look that comes through the glass.
It's translucent. It didn't. And speaking of, here's mine.
There's hers.
It's the dessert plate, so it's a little one. It's the American Sweetheart pattern. So I don't know if I can get you guys to see it since it's on the translucent part. And I will include the cup if you'd like the cup, but the cup is very, very chipped. So you cannot use it as a cup. You could use it and put a little plant in it. You could, pop your jewelry into it by the sink, but you cannot drink out of it. So this one was $9, number 11. It's the same brand as the one Nikki just held up.
And once you see it, You get it, right, Claudia?
Yeah,
Once you see the Ring of Fire,
Oh.
then we look like fools in Goodwill and the Salvation Army stuff, holding stuff up to the light when people walking by. What are they doing?
Yeah, and why are antique stores so dark?
Dark.
They're so badly lit. I picked that one up at the antique store, and I'm like, I don't know. It's so dark in here. All right, Easter is coming up. I had a clear glass trinket dish egg with a super pretty pattern all the way around it. This one was just $6, number 19. Hello, Real Real. I love to say that. Real Real. Then I had the green Moon and Stars compote. Got your stars on the bottom there. Got your ruffle on the top. This one was $10, number 15. The Persimmon Viking, most likely, wave dish. No chips, no cracks. It's gorgeous. That was $12, number 7. And then the Amberina compote with the ruffles. And I just lost my chat because my iPad died. But this one was $12, number 17. So if anybody wants anything, you'll have to let me know. And if you guys wondered what I'm drinking out of, it's a uranium glass that has the painted.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it glows, but use the pretty things. You know what I always say. You got to use the pretty things.
You do. Hey, Danny Mae.
And that was it.
Okay. All right. I'll go through some of mine then. Where did I leave? All right. I had the more than likely anchor hocking milk glass vase. I love the pattern on this. It's very, very different. It has the little rounded scalloped edges in really great shape. And I'm guessing anchor hocking because I'm going to try to get it to zoom in. And I think it was a floral arrangement piece. But there's a number 12 here on the bottom, and you start to get used to that kind of look to things when you're out sourcing. You're like, I think that's anchor hocking. And they were so prolific. So this will be $10, number 73. Nix is jealous because Lucy's in here with me and she's not. So I can hear her whining outside the door. And Lucy just goes, yep, I got her today. She's all mine. Sorry.
Our babies are like, why are our moms working on a Monday?
Yeah, in the middle of the afternoon, you're supposed to be, it's me time. It's me time. Get the little glass swan with the very nicely done bullicante, and it looks like it's getting ready to take off in flight. Really pretty, very highly polished bottom. Not sure who made this one, but it's just a really little pretty piece of art glass. This is $9, number 92. I had the green diamond vase here, which looks like it should glow. Then it really kind of doesn't. There might be the faintest of faintest down here at the base, but not really, but just a very different sort of display vase. Really great to put things in. It is etched. Nothing wrong with this baby either. This was $10, number 68. Okay, and then we had the Pisces Lariat relish dish here, or divided dish. You know, they call them relish. And I always thought, it was like, wow, they really ate a lot of relish back then. Just not.
I'm surprised my mom did not bid on that one.
Oh,
I'm really surprised.
And this one is in great shape. It has had a life. It does need a good cleaning. You know, I love the base on these too that they put on the bottom of this. It stands out. I
love that.
Yeah. Really good
and I can't believe that none of the little swoopy swoops have been broken off. That's amazing.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool. So this one's $8, number 86. I think it'd be fun to put different salsas in it and put out different salsas. And I might actually end up by keeping it if that's what happens. And then I had the E.O. Brody. Yes, the divided dish for you to relish. It is a divided dish for relish. I think this would be really fantastic for a pillar candle. It has lived a life. There is a little bit of wear in there, not a lot, but there is some in there. So this EO Brody glass was $8, number 63. And then the last thing I'll show you guys is the little party lights. I had some little party tea light holders. They're in this really lovely periwinkle color. Really great. Flip them up. You can also use them as risers in your displays because they have that lovely flat bottom and then the flat others. I'm always looking for stuff to boost my other things up with, especially when they're small pieces. And if you're interested in that, that'd be $5, number 76. So that's everything. And whew, we did it. We went through our first sale. Well, that's not the big one. That's the big one. There we go. There we go. He's back. Now, was that Harley or Blue?
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dee. I got you for that. Is that Blue or Harley?
This is Blue. He's my baby.
They look so much alike. They really do.
Oh, yeah. They all three of them did. It was hard to tell them apart. We could tell who Harley was because she was completely feral and she would run and hide if you can't hear her. And then Truffle was he was a tad bit bigger and he was way more friendly. So you could tell. And then Blue was just kind of, he liked me a little bit. It took him a bit to get used to me, but then he totally became my baby. So bonded.
You can't tell. Oh, no, he's so adorable. He's very pretty. He's very pretty.
Yes.
Yes,
he does not shed like Harley does. She sheds way more. She and Truffle had just different, like he never lost his baby silkiness. You know how kittens feel really silky, but then he never lost that. He's so silky and
I can hear him purring. He's purring. I can hear him purring too. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And Claudia and I had planned on doing this on Mondays and trying to keep it around an hour, maybe a smidgy more. And it's worked out perfectly. It gives people a chance to come and sit and have their lunch and hang out and just go, wow, my lunch hour went like that. That was great. Now I can get on with the rest of my day.
And got to see some pretty glass.
Yeah. And next week we'll be bringing even more better glass. And none of that is right English. And I don't care. It's just the way it is, So thank you so much, everybody. We're gonna get going because we need to eat our lunch. We've been up and going since early this morning too.
And don't forget if you haven't subscribed, hop on over and subscribe to me.
And let's get her to 1,000. I'm gonna give you a couple tips on how to get there even quicker when we're done. I'm gonna give you
so close on Instagram. That has all grown organically over the last 6 months.
Yes. That's what I do now.
It's a totally new Instagram to me, and people just found me, and they love when I post stuff of this guy and the pretty glass.
More better and more better and more better. And you know what? Honestly, guys, if any of you are watching on the replay, let us know what kind of glass you'd be interested in seeing because we might be able to find it, whether it's depression glass or carnival glass or Viking or Fenton or whatever, something rare. I don't know. Maybe we'll
It's funny because my carnival glass never makes it to the sales because my niece collects it and buys it first.
Just wait. I found a couple pieces and I thought of her. I'm like, I'm going to show Claudia these later. So we're going to kick off. We're going to go eat a little something. And I'm so glad you all joined us on your lunch break. Thank you very much.
Have a great Monday.
Good Monday. Bye.